see my sister in all the time where, I have my own kids and I have to be the bigger person because I'm not. Dad, there's a monster under my bed. Well, you better keep quiet. I don't want you pissing him off so he comes in my room. Look, I told you kids about leaving the screen door open, didn't I? But no, nobody wants to listen to Dad. Now we got monsters upstairs. You see what happens?
All right, that is very funny comedian John Caparulo watching himself.
Yeah, it's over. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
I hear it's never easy to watch yourself, which is what I'm going to realize when I look at this tape.
I think it'd be worse if you liked watching yourself. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you went home and you're like you have yourself on.
Right.
And you're like, oh, you got to sit down. This guy's great. Like, I think that's kind of
right.
creepy.
So telling other people, you should sit down and watch me. I'm really good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So
you're home. Would you have the John Caparulo station on all the time?
I make my wife put on headphones if she ever watches, like, because I do like these. Cause she has to, edit and stuff like that. So like, I'm like, please, headphone. What'd I tell you about that? Like, it's like. I mean, if I came and started watching porn, I'd be like, oh, no, it's no problem. But
right. Turn the sound up.
But yeah,
right. I want to know what the story is.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, I want to hear that. But
is he a plumber or is he not a plumber?
I want to know what you're into.
But plumbers usually work alone. So yeah, I hear you. It sounds like to me what I'm hearing is that you want to have zero learning curve for your. You're like, this is what
I want to do it and then be done with it because I learned that early on with like TV spots. Like when I went on late night TV, I got all amped up to like, all right, it's on at 1 a.m. Let's go watch it. And it's never as fun as it was when you told the jokes.
Right.
So it's just going to be a letdown. So
do you think that's like NFL players watching film? Like basically, you don't want to have to go into the film room Monday morning and watch your performance.
There's probably is that. They probably are like, look, I know, this is going to be.
And he scored a touchdown. I saw it. I was there.
Yeah, I remember the feeling of
losing.
Scored on. Yeah, I remember missing my assignment, but yeah.
Yeah, I led with my head.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I have a headache. So do you don't grade out your performances like a coach would? A game.
I can right after, like, and say, oh, that was good. Usually I don't dole out a lot of A's. For me, I'm pretty self-loathing. So, I mean, I give a lot of D's that people are like, really? I'm like, yeah, oh, yeah.
So you're sort of more of a Parcells-style coach than a Pete Carroll type coach.
Definitely Parcells. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I just realized, which I didn't know until you came in, that you and I are from basically the exact same area.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah,
from that little part of the country.
Yeah, we are both from. We're both from northeastern Ohio. Where you hail from?
I hail from East Liverpool, Ohio, and I went to Kent State and graduated, I think. And it was, yeah. I've been here 15 years.
Wow.
So yeah.
And I'm from Warren, Ohio, which is literally 15 miles away. I mean, and the closest university to where I lived was Youngstown State University. But there were shirts that you could buy in the Youngstown State University gift store that said UCLA, University on the corner of Lincoln Avenue, which I was like, boy, you really, you're not a confident university.
I hate funny shirts.
Yeah.
But I remember Kent State is literally like, I looked it up. I think they're 1-7 or something this year.
They've had some great players. Some great players have come out of it.
Last year, they were marketing some guy like for the Heisman, which I'm like, guys, it's not gonna happen because generally Kent State only gets like they get good players like if like somebody was like supposed to go to Ohio State or something, and then they robbed somebody or something, and that now it's like, well, we're getting a great tailback.
Well, Antonio Gates, who has been on my show, The League, amazingly sweet guy. And actually, he semi-spoiler, he's coming back in the season finale. But he, as a Kent State alum, and just a guy who just tore it up in the NFL, and no one knew.
Yeah.
I guess he was a basketball player.
It's amazing how many like phenomenal athlete power forwards are becoming tight ends.
Yeah.
I mean, what's his name? Jimmy Graham is doing that.
Yep.
I mean, so there's two. But yeah, there's a lot of.
That's a rule. Two is a rule. One of the coincidence, two is a rule. So, but you are now no longer. I'm guessing from the shirt you're a fan of all football, But,
yeah.
Browns fan still?
I grew up. I always try to specify that I grew up a Browns fan, but I realized that was no way to live. So I decided to move on. I mean, my dad still lives and dies with them on Sundays. Like, he'll text me.
So does mine.
Can you believe that call? I'm like, I can't believe you're watching that game. I mean, it's 9-6 again. I mean, and they're 1-11. Like, it doesn't matter.
I get that from my parents. They go, so how you doing? Well, the Browns lost. That's what you say. And I go, yeah.
I mean, it's been 15 years now. It's like join professional football, please, Cleveland. I mean, they just really have no excuse. I tried to like that team at first, and they're like Pet Cemetery. Like they're just like they should have just let them die. And now that they came back, they're horrible.
But this, I think, and we've heard this before. You haven't heard it from me. You've heard it from every other person on the planet. They are inching back towards respectability with Mike Pettin. The defense is good. Brian Hoyer, by the way.
Their defense is impressive.
Brian Hoyer is actually came back from the knee surgery and is the same guy he was when everyone went, oh, he's good before he could be the savior. Oh, he blew out his knee.
I don't get me wrong. I wish them well for Cleveland's sake. I want Cleveland to have a good team again. I just look at it like I like football too much to watch that team on Sunday. Like I just like the sport, and I like like
in
the
its
Patriots.
purest expression, which is the Patriots.
It's like the Patriots are like a good band. It's like in the rock and roll, and it's like I'm gonna like the Rolling Stones. I'm not gonna like a band who's terrible because they're from down the street. I mean.
Right, your friend's band.
Right,
I don't just put my friend. Right.
Yeah, I'm behind those guys.
The thing that I always figured out with the last few years of the Browns, what I would do when I was looking at picking games, or however, I would always look at what will cause the maximum amount of pain to the people of Cleveland, because that's what seemed to be happening all the time. That's how you can pick a game. It's like, this is a game they should win, and it's a home game. Loss. And they would do it. And by the way, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, you lose. You beat the Saints, you lose to Jacksonville.
The Jaguars.
Yeah. At home.
Yeah.
At home to the
Jacksonville. Because they were still having
Jaguars.
a parade, I guess, from the Saints game. Like, why? Regular season victories shouldn't matter that much to you, but they do. And I just hope that they turn it around to, and not respectability, be a good team, like you were for, I think, 2 years.
How good did it feel though when they beat Pittsburgh a few weeks back?
That was, I was glad, like I said, for my dad. Again, because I know he's dying to, because I live where my hometown, right on the border, PA, West Virginia.
You could go either way.
And most of my friends growing up were Steeler fans. So it's like, not only did I have to be a fan of that awful team, I had to live amongst, the royalty of the Steelers. So, yeah, it was fun.
I totally know what you mean. I grew up in Warren, Ohio, having been born in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and being a huge Michigan college football fan in Ohio State country. Not easy. A lot of eggings of the house. So,
I can't do Ohio State.
But now, Patriots, and you're happy.
I have a slight man crush on Brady.
Is it the Uggs? Is it the...
It's like when I used to root for whatever team I used on Madden, and when I got away from the Browns, when I got out of that relationship, so I liked Manning and the Colts for a while, but then in the offseason of 2007, when the Patriots picked up Moss, I was like, they're going undefeated. And I was right until stupid caught the ball on his helmet. So
David Tyree.
Yeah, thank you, David Tyree, for ruining my prediction. But I just, right now, I always think it's funny when people count them out. It's kind of like the 90s Bulls. It's like, what? Do you really think they're not gonna be in it at the end?
Well, let's get your pick. This weekend, Manning, Brady.
They're in New England.
Patriots, Broncos at New England. What do you think?
The Patriots got a really great warm-up game last week. They were smoking. So I say probably another thriller, but Patriots probably 35-31. Something like that.
All right, and in the marquee matchup, Browns and Bucks?
Football will be played in that game, but I guess, are the Browns at home?
The Browns are at home, I believe.
Browns, yes. Brownies,
Browns.
beat 'em.
There it is. All right, John Caparulo, super funny. You're going to be at the Pittsburgh Improv November 6th through 9th in Homestead, PA, and then November 13th through the 16th at the Dallas Improv.
Yes.
In Addison.
Addison, yes. Dallas-ish.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Here we go. We've got it on television, so people don't have to listen to me talk about it.
There's my face.
Great. And by the way, you look very happy there.
Yeah, I don't know why.
That was a good day.
Yeah, I guess.
That was a good day. Well, it was great talking to you, and thank you very much.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.